The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with David Buchanan, the outstanding coach at Mercer County High School. Coach, you're number 2 in the RPI, and that's important for the playoffs.
Well, hopefully we can get to November and still be there and do something with it, we hope.
We've got 2 of your outstanding student athletes on the show, Noah Sewell and Darian Baker, and they're outstanding on the football field and in class.
They sure are. They're wonderful young men. I'm very proud of them and glad to say there's several like them back home, too.
Our feature is on Ryan Leach. He's from Whitley County. It's a great feature on a young man who really supports that team there at Whitley County.
It's a neat story about a community that loves football and they look out for their kids.
They really do. Our scholar athletes, everybody's been asking, when are you going to have Great Crossing on the Scholastic Ball Report? Well, we've got them on this show. Great Crossing's on. We've got Trent Allen, Kirsten Tillman, and Braden Johnson. These 3 young student athletes all have above a 3.6 grade point average. Kristen has a 4.2 GPA.
Well, that's one of the best things of high school athletics is your priorities, and really proud of those kids and the job they're doing in the classroom.
That's right. We'll have another Sutherland Chevrolet drive of the week as we head down to Nicholasville, Kentucky to Sutherland Chevrolet. And UK Sports Medicine's Jansen Merriman's in. And this is great stuff, the UK Sports Medicine. They always keep us in the game. And we're going to talk about that important kit, keeping all that stuff in the kit that you know about.
Absolutely. Safety's got to be your number 1 priority. Take care of your kids.
It really is. And Allie DeMoss, Davis Brown, and Carson Purdy will help me in the interviews as well. Let's get to the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. This is Game Time at WKYT. Game Time brought to you by PrepSpin.com, where next week you can catch the Boyle County Lexington Catholic game.
Pick it up over in Harrodsburg.
Yeah, Mercer County has found its stride, winning 5 of its first 6, including last week's big win at Christian Academy of Louisville.
Yeah, the KHSAA, they debuted those RPI rankings. How about you talk about those?
Why don't I do that? KHSA does the RPI ratings to be used for the playoff system. The Titans, 2nd highest RPI in 3A, 9th best in the state tonight in Harrodsburg.
Great to hear from you.
Hey, Mercer County hosting Western Hills. The Wolverines going backwards on offense all night. Dylan Engler rocked on the rollout. Oh! Braden Dunn.
Oh, Phil, that in the morning.
Stick a fork in him. He is done. But his biggest plays coming on the other side of the ball. Done. Shifty running room. Finds a little space. Pay dirt for the Titans sophomore. Listen for it. Titans win it 44-6. They're now 6-1.
I'll take this one, Brian. To Winchester, where Clark County hosts Cooper. The Redbirds have dropped 2 straight. The Jags have dropped 2 in a row. Well, someone's going to go home a winner tonight,
That's
right?
Usually works.
Yeah. Clark County runs the ball to set up the pass. Here it goes. Jordan Manley rolls to his right, finds Dawson Gay in stride. Cardinals on the board, 7-0. Second quarter now, 7-all. Azzy Israel finds a hole and on the left side. What's that?
His friends call him Azzy, right?
His friends call him Azzy. It's Azariah, but I feel like we're friends now. I've talked to him a few times. Clark County, though, falls to Cooper tonight, 21-14.
Hey, I got your RPI right here. Franklin County's 5th best in the state, number 1 in 4A, hosting North Oldham, and this was
a lot of young kids on that team.
Yeah. Franklin County, the future looks great, right? Nick Broyles to Braden Tracy, 29-yard touchdown. It only got worse for the visitors. Nicholas Freeland barely gets off the punt. I think it would have been better blocked just because this is going to happen. Fred Ferrier, he's pretty fast.
Yeah, he is.
Say that fast 4 times. Fred Ferrier is very fast. 88-yard punt return for the Flyers. Fred Ferrier. Fred Ferrier.
He's very fast.
62-0. Flyers take it. They are 7-0.
And welcome back in. We want to thank Roberts Insurance. They're out in Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. Bob Roberts Insurance. With us, the Mercer County Titans. And Coach, thanks for doing that opening with me. Great job there.
Well, maybe if I keep practicing, I can get better at it, but thanks for including us.
You know, you had a really good win over Cal, Christian Academy out of Louisville. Your football team showed a lot of resilience in that football game.
They really did. You know, it was back and forth a lot. They've got a really good team that could score quickly, and there were several times our guys sort of had to battle through some things that weren't going our way, and every single time they answered the bell. They did a great job. Very proud of them. Very proud.
Coach, Noah and Darian have both been big contributors to your team. Tell us a little bit about your roles, or their roles.
About Darian and Noah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They're hard workers. They're pretty athletic for being linemen. You know, a lot of times you don't think of linemen as being athletic, but they are. And, you know, they're really good leaders for our team. You know, they do a good job for us on a daily basis, and they set a good example of what we want out of our guys both on and off the field.
Noah, how you doing there?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. Sum up the season for us and what your role is on the football team.
Most would say that our season is surprising, but I'd say it's mostly a culmination through the past couple of years. I know me and him have played since first grade, and this senior group has just played against and with each other for so long and we finally get to show it all off in this final season of our high school career.
It's finally all coming together. Yeah.
And my personal role is probably mostly as a teacher. I view myself mostly as the leader of the line and the O-line. And with our new O-line coach, Tommy Lee Craig, he really didn't, he came into a new program. And so me and him talked a lot, and we went over the lineman rules and all that. And he coaches us, and then I help him, and we all just try to come together to make the best O-line possible.
Communication's the key, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, and that's what I like about both these guys. You know, they do a good job of, you know, sharing their thoughts and what's on their mind, and this is their football team, and they do a good job leading and communicating.
Darian, what's your favorite thing about Friday night football?
Probably my favorite thing about Friday night football is I get to play with people like him that I played with since first grade, and I really like putting on a show for everybody, all the community, all my family, everybody that's friends with me. Just great playing with everybody.
You're 5-1 right now, so it's a great record with the schedule you played. Your only loss was to Boyle County, one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Kentucky. What did you learn from that Boyle game that helped you the rest of this season?
We've got to get better. You know, that's the bottom line. Boyle's got a very nice football team. They're well coached, and they've got a lot of good players. And you know, we didn't win that ball game, and we've got a whole lot of work to do to still improve. Even sitting here at 5-1 and beating Cal and, you know, the RPI #2, we've got a whole lot of work to do to get better, and that's what we're doing.
What are your guys' plans for the rest of 2019?
You want to go first?
Yeah. I mean, of course, for any high school football team, it's all about the state championship. It's all about that ring and title. But as of right now, for a short-term goal, it's more about coming together more as a unit and to push ourselves more and more to compete in our district and eventually the state championship.
I just think communication is key for our team, because if we don't come together as a group and one common goal, we're not going to do anything.
That is the Mercer County team. And, Coach, we don't want you to leave empty-handed. There's some Mingy beef jerky from Mingy Beef Jerky. Thanks for coming out on the show. I know you enjoy that snack.
Well, these guys, it'll be gone by the time we cross the county line. So thank you. Thanks for giving that to us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks for having us.
That's the Mercer County Titans, one of the top teams in 3A football, 5-1, only lost to Boyle County. Now we're going to this feature. It's on Ryan Leach of Whitley County. You don't want to miss it.
Football Friday night. They're all about tackles, touchdowns, and now for Whitley County High School, something even more special.
He's biggest fan we got.
Ryan Leach is a student at Whitley County High, but because of a traumatic brain injury, he isn't able to be an athlete.
He always wanted to play sports, but he's never able to because he suffers from seizures, and his coordination's always been off.
But what he has been is the Colonel's biggest fan, and after coaches introduced a new program, he's got a new title, an Honorary Captain.
Our Honorary Captain is Ryan Leach. He's a student at Whitley County High School. He's had a lot of health issues and some other issues throughout the course of his life.
He's had to go through a lot in life. He's probably the strongest kid I know.
Walking hand in hand with 3 other captains to the center of the field for the coin toss.
This will mean something to him. He'll talk about this forever.
For his family, it was something they never thought they'd see.
When I got the picture today of him being in the jersey, him and Trent, I never thought I'd ever see my kid anywhere.
And of all the football games Leach has been to, this is one he and his family would never forget.
It means a lot.
In Whitley County, Shelby Smithson, WKYT.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report with my intern, Allison DeMoss, Gary Ball, and from Great Crossing, we've got some great student athletes. We appreciate you guys joining us on the show.
Yeah.
Let's start with you, Kirsten. You have a 4.2 in class out there while playing soccer, so congratulations for that. That's hard to keep that grade point average while doing all that other stuff. What are the advantages of a new school in your estimation?
Just in general, just being able to create this new culture. I mean, how many people have the opportunity to say, you know, they picked their graduation gown colors, or they picked out their school song, or they get to graduate from a brand new high school. And then on the soccer side, not only am I the only senior on my team, but I'm a captain, and that's a leadership role I've never been thrown into before, so it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Brayden, you have a 3.5 GPA. In your opinion, what are the best parts about going to the new school?
Well, that's such like a positive atmosphere. Brand new everything. The staff is so amazing. It feels like a great family environment.
Trenton, you are 3.45 GPA students, and you play football there at Great Crossing.
Yes,
so
sir.
Congratulations for all that.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about the new classes and the new school out there at Great Crossing?
Well, the new classes are going good. I'm glad they got finished in time. I was nervous about that. A lot of amazing teachers. We had a really good selection, so that was nice. And then the school itself is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Such a perfect layout. It's, you know, you get to drive past it and see it. So, and the field. So it's just, it's all nice.
Yeah.
It's all really nice.
It is nice.
Kirsten, do you happen to know your class rank?
I do. I'm 8th in my class.
Congrats on that.
Top 10. That's pretty strong.
Is valedictorian something you've set as a goal for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. For really as long as I can remember, it's kind of been instilled into me that it's really vital to be the best you can be academically, and excelling academically is definitely a goal that I've had for myself.
Brayden, what will you pursue academically after you graduate from Great Crossing?
I'm not decided on my college yet that I want to attend to, but I do plan on attending college.
And Trenton, what are your goals for after high school?
I'm really looking forward to possibly playing another 4 years of football, depending on what college it is. I'm not really worried about the division, and I'd also like to try to pursue a degree in one of the other many things I like to do. So.
If you'll pass that down to Trenton all the way down there, Kristen and Kirsten, and there's a plaque for you, and everybody gets a plaque. Ryan Tyson would like to present those to you from Crown Trophy. Take that over there, and he'll personalize it for you for no charge. We really appreciate you coming on the show and introducing us to Great Crossing High School, the new high school out there in Georgetown.
Very honored
Thank
to be
you.
here.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Those are our scholar athletes from Great Crossing High School. Now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
It's time now for the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week, and it comes from the Franklin County game. It's Fred Ferrier fielding a punt on the 12-yard line, and this young man can really scoot. How about an 88-yard punt return for a touchdown? Let's check it out once again. That's Fred Ferrier of Franklin County fielding the punt on the 12-yard line and going 88 yards in the other direction. That is your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
And welcome back into UK Sports Medicine Orthopedic Surgery segment. Jansen Merriman's with us. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me on.
We're going to talk about stocking a medical kit for all sports.
Every sport seems to have a medical kit on hand. What are some of the most important items in that kit?
There's actually quite a few things that we really need to keep in our kit, but just to name a few, more of the common things we'll keep in there is some protective gloves, and that's not just for our kids' safety, it's for our safety as well. So when we have an event where there's some bleeding going on, it's good to throw a glove on there and then deal with it that way. Make sure you have gauze in your kit just to control bleeding as well. And then you're going to want Band-Aids and wide variety and assortment, different areas of the body. Those can go anywhere. You know, and then things like pre-wrap and then your athletic tape, we'll use those prior to games, and then
wrap an ankle,
or a wrist or anything like that that needs to be done during the game. And then I think one of the most important things that will sometimes are kind of forgotten is ice bags. And you know, if during a game we have an injury, you know, or just after the game, that's usually something good to have in the kit.
So every team should check their medical kit before a practice or a game. Why is that important to do?
I mean, hopefully we'll never have to use it. You know, I don't ever want to go to my kit and, you know, have to use that to tend to someone. But in the case that you do, you want to be prepared for any kind of situation. You know, and not only that, just kind of keep it close and kind of readily available, because we do want to get the kids back in the game as quickly as possible. So, you know, if we have good access to the kit, do what we need to do and get them back in there. And that just ensures the safety and for all the kids involved and all the athletes on the team.
That's your slogan, keep them in the game, and you do. You certainly do at UK Sports Medicine. There's their website and the phone number. Give them a call. They are simply the best. Thanks, Jansen, for all that good information. And now we're going to these final highlights. These highlights brought to you by PrepSpin.com.
At Bryan Station, where the defenders have dropped 3 straight, facing a Henry Clay team still in search of its first win of the season. The Devils have won 5 straight over Station. First quarter, we pick it up. Blue Devils, Preston Stacy. He's going to take it into the crowd, and there he is.
He signaled it.
Yeah, touchdown. 7-0 Henry Clay. Second quarter, Station's Joseph Bond with a big gain down just outside the 20. Then it's Bond. Joseph Bond. He takes it in a few plays later, ties it up at 7-all. Station snaps its 5-game skid to Henry Clay with a 19-17 win. Cheerleaders excited. Blue Devils now 0-6 on the season.
Now to Dry Ridge over the Grant County Braves. Tonight hosting Douglas, who's undefeated, with a defense who's been pitching shutouts like Walker Buehler, giving up just 14 points all season. This was a district matchup. 3 plays in, Douglas gets it going. Darius Neal with the carry, untouched, 12 yards, 8-0 Bronx. 4th snap of the game. Douglas quarterback Josh McClurg on the slant to Jesse Robinson. Cuckoo, Kachoo, Mr. Robinson, 33 yards, 15-0 for the orange and green. Still in the 5th snap of the game. Cameron Dunn under center. Jakari Coward makes a heck of a catch. 22-yard score, 54-0, 6 shutouts in 7 games.
Is that good?
That's not too bad.
Now, Scott County traveling to Northern Kentucky to meet the Raiders of Ryle. Second quarter, we've seen this so many times from Jim McKee's team. Special teams play, the block punt. Micah McClave scoops it up, takes it down to the Ryle 13-yard line. Cards make him pay. Cade McKee, little jump ball to McCaleb Coffey. That makes it 35-14 Redbirds just before the half. Ryle trying to go down the middle, but Campton Martin, that's a great name, steps in for the pick. Scott County takes care of business. 57-21 to improve to 6-1 overall.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Of course, we want to thank Mercer County. Coach Buchanan does a great job with that football program. And also want to thank our scholar athletes. How about that? A brand new school there at Great Crossing, and those 3 scholar athletes all doing great things in class out there at that brand new school. Have you seen Great Crossing? Have you seen the school?
Not yet, but it was really good.
I was there the other day for a soccer game. It was beautiful school, beautiful facility. It's incredible.
You had a football win the other night over Scott County.
We did. That was a fun game to be at.
And coming up on the show in weeks to come, we got Louisville Male, the #1 team in the state of Kentucky. Chris Wolf does a great job at Louisville Male. He's coming in with some of his scholar athletes and some of his players. And also Lexington Christian Academy. They're one of the top football teams in the state in 2A. Coach Doug Charles will be in the future and talk about some great things going out there. I tell you what, LCA is a really good football team out there. And as always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see,
keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.